What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be testing out the new balance changes. As you guys know, there was a ton of buffs, also a lot of nerfs, but we're going to be testing out the buffs in today's video. So I have 5 different decks, all of which have at least one card in it that's getting buffed. So in the first one here, you guys can see Royal Hogs, which got a damage buff, Hunter first attack, part of it's going to be back. And then in this deck, you have the Poison, which has the slow effect now. Snowball has more of a pushback. And then in here, you have the Bomb Tower, which we're going to be testing out, which has a 5-second longer lifetime. In this deck, you have the Goblins that are going to be spread out a little more. Out of all the buffs, this is the one that's probably going to be the least significant, but it's still worth testing out, obviously. And then here, you got a Lava deck, which has Tombstone, going to have one more death spawn when it breaks. Skeleton, and then the guards got a very, very big damage buff, so in my eyes, it's very noticeable, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see guards in the meta now. Before we head into it, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. You can, of course, use it if you want to buy the Pass Royale, the new one that's out right now. Would really appreciate all of you guys who do so. It does mean a lot. And then, guys, look at this. In case you guys are curious where I finished last season, I finished 11th in the world, which is my 3rd best finish ever. I finished 5th and 6th before, and then 15th was originally my 3rd best finish, but now I have a new best finish, top 3, or 3rd best finish, You see 5th, 6th, 11th, nice 11th badge there. So even though I didn't get the finish I wanted, which was, I ideally wanted to get, a new best finish, I'm still really happy with my performance last season, and yeah, it was my best finish this year, actually. So let's head into the first game with the Royal Hog Hunter deck and see if we can win. Alright guys, here we go. We found the first game. Royal Hogs, in my opinion, are very, very broken now. I just think that I don't think they deserved a buff. I don't think they needed one. I feel like they were weak because of all the drill. I don't know if it was necessary, but you know what? I think it's good, that we are going to see another Wink Edition that's super strong, besides it just being Electro Giant and, RG that we were always seeing. At least now we have some Royal Hogs mixed in, which will be, a nice switch up in the meta. Unfortunately, he's going to have Bowler, which I feel like is probably one of the best counters in the game to the Royal Hogs, just because we can't really take it out when he plays it on offense. This deck, you have EQ because it's going to be really nice if they have a building. Unfortunately, he's not going to have a building, so if we win this, this would be really nice because I feel like this is an example of a matchup that probably isn't too easy. Hunter's going to come in clutch, though, against the Balloon, and he is going to go for the Balloon, so we're going to need to protect it here with a Ice Golem, and then we're going to go Skeletons to protect the Magic Archer. And very, very clean defense there. You see the Hunter doing a really nice job against that Balloon. The buff it got, very, very noticeable. And he's going to go for a Bowler on defense, and we just have a huge lead right now. We only played Royal Hogs a couple times, and we already got his tower down to below 700. Obviously, we got some damage from other things too, but that really shows you how good the Hogs are now. They do just a ton of damage. 6% is a really big buff when you think about it, because there's 4 of them. I forgot, that's obvious, but it's just, for example, those Hogs that just took the tower there, I think before the buff, I don't know if that would have happened. That would probably be an example of how the buff helped there. Just deal that extra damage to take the tower. Hunter is going to stop the Balloon, just barely, though, just barely. He's going to go Bowler. We might end up having to give the tower to him on the left, because even if he gets death damage, it would be enough. We're going to go Mini P.E.K.K.A. here. Actually, I might try to stop up the Balloon. We may have to predict Alright, he's going to take the tower. There's nothing we can do about that. Oh, nice. Ice Golem's going to tank for the Bowler. Look. And he kind of missed the freeze there. Okay, is the Magic Archer going to line up? Not quite. Close, but not quite. At least we kill that. Is he gonna go for the king tower, I wonder? Ooh, good freeze, but the hogs. Ooh, balloon doesn't get a shot. Let's go. Oh, come on, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Golem. Hunter in the pocket. Okay, Ice Golem. I'm surprised he hasn't gone like Lumberloon in the pocket yet. I feel like that would be the play. Oh my gosh, Magic Archer. Let's go. We got it. Difficult matchup in my opinion. Still managed to get the win. I mean, he had Bowler, which is super annoying. He had E-Drag, which is super annoying. But Hunter came in clutch on those balloons. Royal Hogs, damage they do is insane. And he also made some mistakes in my opinion, so we were able to get the win. First game of the season I played, and we won. Let's go. Good start to the season already. Now let's run the second deck, right? Poison buff, Snowball buff. Let's test out the two newly buffed spells. This should be interesting. So yeah, this deck synergizes very well with the Poison and Snowball. This deck was actually meta, I think, about a year ago. So that's why I was thinking the Snowball and Poison combination would maybe be really good after the buffs they both received. So he's going to go Baby Dragon. Perfect response that we had in Cycle the Inferno Drag, so obviously going to take advantage of that. We can Bandit. He's going to Bowler. Bowler again. So we can Barbell here. And, ooh, perfect. We can E-Wiz on the Inferno Dragon, then Mega Knight maybe on this Bowler. Let's see what he wants to do, though. He's going to freeze. Okay, let's test the Snowball now. I'm going to push that Inferno Drag way back. We can Mega Knight here on top of the Bowler. And then we can go Bandit. Hopefully, no, doesn't get in front of that E-Wiz, unfortunately. But the E-Wiz will reset the tower. Bandit dashes on the tower, and that was still very, very good for us. So it was a great Bandit play on our end, even though it didn't get in front of that E-Wiz. I knew that, oh, perfect, Ramrider on the balloon. I believe it'll fully stop it. Even though it got raged a little bit, Ramrider is still going to be enough. The snare effect, or snare effect of it is just massive against things like Balloon and, you know, really a lot of win conditions. Hog, too. It can fully stop a Hog if you play it quick enough, and that's why the Ramrider is just such a, you know, like a versatile card and just really good on defense. So he's going to go Baby Dragon. Let's test out the Snowball pushback effect on top of it. Can it completely stop it? It does. I don't know if it would have before, but you saw it like pushes it back slightly further, and it was enough to buy the tower time to take it out. Unfortunately, our Poison will not get a lot of value in this matchup, but I heard that you can fully counter a Balloon with the Poison, so we could test that out to, well, let's Poison here on defense to buy us the tower more time, and let's see how much of an impact that has. So you can see Balloon definitely getting slowed down. It only gets one hit. I mean, I wonder if it would have gotten two if it didn't get slowed down at all, but it's definitely noticeable. You can see the Poison really does slow it down a bit. Interesting Lumberjack there. I think he was trying to kite the... He was trying to kite the Inferno Drag, but messed that up, obviously. He's going to freeze now. There's the freeze. So we'll just Ramrider in the opposite lane, knowing he's low on Elixir. E-Wiz will keep stunning that Inferno Drag. Bandit dashes on the tower. We can pressure with a Bandit, knowing he's low on Elixir. And then we can Snowball to hopefully slow everything down, get the Bandit through. And then, which need E-Wiz this. And then Poison plus Snowball will take the tower. So we just have to make sure we don't lose ours here. Ramrider. And then I'm going to poison, because there's no way that balloon's going to get through with the E-Wiz and Ram Rider there. Snowball, and that is GG. Pretty easy matchup, I would say, just because we have E-Wiz for the Inferno Drag, we have Ram Rider for the balloon, and my spam is really, really annoying for him to deal with, I feel like. So next up, we got the third deck, which is this Minor Wall Breaker deck, and it has 2 of the new buff cards in it, Poison, and then of course the Bomb Tower, which I have not tested out yet. So in my opinion, I haven't tested out the Bomb Tower too much, because obviously the balances just went live, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like it's going to be much better. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as when the Bomb Tower was broken, just because the Death Bomb is not very good. But we'll see if we can pull out a win here, and yeah, see if any like interactions change from what we see. So a Bomb Tower here on top of his Mortar. I don't know if it's going to fully counter the Mortar. I think it will before it dies. It easily will, yeah. I think it did before, though, so that's not an interaction that changes, but it'll be alive a little longer now, which is nice. So he's going to Knight. We'll Knight as well. And, okay, he's going to Graveyard. I'm going to hold off on the Poison for now. We can try to get away just with defending with our Beatty cards to save Elixir. And then we're going to go for a Miner here, because if he doesn't have a good spell and cycle, this could deal some serious damage to his tower or force a lot of Elixir out of him. Delivery, okay. So Delivery did end up getting a lot of value for him there. This should not be a bad matchup, though. We have Poison for the Graveyard. We have, let's get a Knight down. Oh, yeah, I was busy talking. You saw me there look at the camera, so I played the Knight too late. I gotta focus more on the game. It's okay. We're still gonna be able to defend that Mortar without taking too much damage. But yeah, you saw me. I was like explaining. I don't know. I was too busy talking and I didn't get the distraction out in time on the Mortar. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, we barely took any damage. Poison should be able to fully counter the Musketeer now, which is really cool because it slows it down. So let's see that in action right now. As long as it deals enough damage, and I played it in time, of course. But yeah, there you go. So that's like the biggest interaction right there that's going to change, the fact that that takes it out now. He's just going to go for a high Mortar. We can go for a Bomb Tower. And he's using a Hunter, which is quite strong now. Pressure with Wall Breakers. I guess he's just going to... Okay, so he does go for a Delivery. I was going to say maybe he's going to let them know, but let them go, but that would have been obviously not a very good play. He does catch the Miner. Wow, well played. We're going to go for a Bomb Tower here, and we just need to save Poison for the Graveyard, and we're fine, because, I mean, Graveyard Freeze does not do good against Poison decks, so I'm liking the situation we're in. We're going to Wall Breakers here. Does he catch the Miner? No, he does not. Always switch up that placement, so it's unpredictable. Miner's going to get us almost into Poison range. Not quite. We're going to need a couple more hits. Good prediction on our Bomb Tower. That was well played. Send a Miner in the back, and let's go ahead and Poison this Graveyard. Does he catch the Miner? No, he does not. So, assuming that we're able to survive this push, and we can just log or Poison the tower, we should be fine. We freeze. That was an interesting freeze, so... Musketeer doesn't even get a shot on the tower because we timed that log perfectly. And now we just need a few ticks from the Poison. I'm going to go for it. He doesn't catch the Miner. GG, we pick up the win there. He was using kind of an interesting deck. It did have, you know, obviously 2 cards in it, though, that got buffed. Wait, 2 or Hunter and I guess Hunter. So just 1. But was an interesting deck. Mortar, Graveyard, Freeze. Here we got, this is actually, I don't know if you guys know who Viper is. He uses this deck. He's very well known for playing it. And this was like the only deck I know of that had Goblins in it. So I figured like, let's just try this one out and see how it goes. Because I'm curious if Goblins even got a significant buff at all. I mean, it's the only card out of every single buff that I would say it's not a necessarily direct buff in all matchups, because it's probably only going to be certain matchups where it actually makes a difference, like if you're surrounding maybe like a Royal Ghost or something like that. So he's going to go Goblin Barrel first play. Let's go ahead and get the King Tower activated, and then he's going to go for Wall Breaker, so let's Goblins on those. But yeah, if you're surrounding like a Royal Ghost now or something, that's obviously an interaction that's going to be a lot better because you couldn't do that before with Goblins. So he's going to go Princess. I guess this is just probably Log Bait again. And by again, I just mean a lot of people use Log Bait. Especially I noticed beginning of the season, but he has Hunter, so a bit of a different variant. I'm gonna Hog. He's gonna Bandit, so Hog's only gonna get one hit, but I'll take it, that's not bad. Ice Spirit and Goblins. I wanted to cycle those two cards to get back to a Valkyrie and close to my log, so when he goes for a Goblin Barrel, I'm going to have the log and cycle. So in case you're wondering why didn't I just go Goblins on the Bandit, that's why. I'm going to Executioner here. Hopefully it takes out that Cannon card and I don't have to spend additional elixir on it. Oh no, it's not going to. Alright, we're going to need to take some damage from the Bandit because I need to ensure that I drop my Goblins on the Cannon cart. And this game is not going so well. You guys can see Viper's deck definitely is hard to play. I'm certainly not very good with it. It's off meta, no doubt about that. I'm going to Valkyrie and Hog in the opposite lane. The nice thing is our Tornado, we can pull things into it and get a lot of value. The Hog should get another shot. Yeah, it does. We needed to split up the pressure. That's why I went in the opposite lane. We're going to log that, and then if he goes Wall Breakers, probably try to Ice Spirit it. He goes for a Prediction log. Doesn't get it, so now we can go for the Goblins. Go for a Valkyrie here. Going to Tornado the Princess in. Going to have to log this. Ice Spirit almost fully counters that. I'm fine taking one hit for the elixir lead. We're going to Goblins here. He doesn't predict the log, which is good for me. Hog doesn't get a shot. Okay, he goes Goblin Barrel. And he hasn't given me any rocket value. Right as I say that, let's take this rocket. Great value right there. That's actually going to give us the lead. I'm going to go for a high log. I don't know why he played that Goblin Barrel in front. That's going to allow me to log the Princess and the Goblin Barrel at the same time, which is incredible value for me. And now he's going to have to commit Elixir on that Valk, which is making me think we can Hog in the opposite lane as soon as that Cannon card expires. So let's go Hog now. Log is out of cycle, which means we can go Goblins. Hog will get 2 shots, I'm pretty sure, because he chose not to play anything else besides that Bandit on top of it. We can actually eat the entirety of that Bandit in the opposite lane, knowing that we already took a lot in the left lane. He's going to Cannon cart, so we need to Executioner same lane as that. And then Ice Spirit, and let's just Hog. I don't know if we... Okay. Not the best Hog, but it still forced Elixir out of him. This defense should be relatively easy. I don't even think we needed that Tornado, but I did it just to be safe. And that Executioner got a hit. That is going to be GG, well played, because Rocket, Log, and Tornado end up getting it. He's laughing, obviously pretty upset. I mean, to be fair, it's not a bad matchup for us because we, of course, have Log, Tornado, Executioner, Valkyrie, which I feel like get a lot of value in that matchup against all of his bait cards. But I didn't notice much of a difference with the Goblins. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I feel like in most matchups, it's not really going to change anything. It was kind of the same thing as like the Minion Horde buff and the Rascal buff. You know, it's like a very, very small buff, but it's hardly noticeable in my eyes. And then last up, we have this Lava deck with the Tombstone and the Guards. 2 cards got buffed in this deck that we have yet to try out. I honestly think Lava Miner will be back with Tombstone. I think a lot of people are going to be playing it, or even just Lava Loon, you know, without the Miner. There's going to probably be a lot of different Lava variants with Tombstone and or Guards, and yeah, it's going to be it's gonna be exciting to see. So I guess this will be our last game here because this is the 5th deck we're testing out this video. So he's gonna log. I'm just gonna go arrows. I wish I had a tombstone cycle. I would have just cycled that, of course, but we didn't have it. So we can actually just go tombstone here. He's gonna go for a Valkyrie. So Valkyrie doesn't tell me a whole lot about his deck, but it's usually used in, you know, either in, well, recently Drill or, you know, Hog, but in this case, maybe going to be something like Minor Wall Breakers. So yeah, there's the Wall Breakers, right as I said, and there's a Hunter. So we're going to go Lava in the opposite lane because we don't want to play it into that Hunter. And if he pressures, maybe we'll defend with the guards, test them out, see how they do on defense. Let's go guards here, right on that miner. DPS that down. I don't know if that log is going to hit all of the guards. No, it does not. So we go in here. He might have a hard time defending this. He has Hunter though, which is OP against the balloon. Ooh, wait, that Hunter hit the lava instead of the balloon. But he has, unfortunately, he has Fireball too, so this is not going to be an easy matchup. Even Tombstone, though, on top of this. But yeah, the Tombstone buff, in my eyes, is not going to, there's not going to be many new decks that appear in the meta with the Tombstone, but just decks that already used it might have it. So I'll tell you what, let's give him the tower, because I don't want to spend 3 elixir just to save it by going minions, because then there's no guarantee I would have been able to build up a lava push to take his tower. I'm pretty confident I can get his tower. I just don't know if we're going to be able to win this. The problem is we got arrows, so we don't really... Ah, so he does have the bomb tower. Let's arrow this. I'm going to balloon... Let's actually do something kind of interesting here. I'm going to balloon in the back, and then we're going to go lava in front of it. If this can take out the... Ooh, bad fireball. He didn't hit the balloon. Let's kill that Hunter. It's gonna die. That wasn't... I don't know about that bomb tower. Alright, we took his tower for sure. Yep, we took his tower. That's a good situation for us. Let's go. Gonna Tombstone here. And go Inferno Drag. I think we can win this. This is not a bad situation for us. Tower down. Double Elixir, this matchup is like much easier for us as well, I think, because we can build those massive lava loon pushes. Catch the miner, let's go. Guards are going to destroy that quickly. Wow. Damage buff is, like I said, pretty dang noticeable, in my opinion. Does the Hunter end up 2-tapping that balloon? I don't think it does, because it still takes a little while to shoot. It's not as broken as it was before. It's better, but not as broken as it was. Inferno Drag is on the tower. I repeat, Inferno Drag is on the tower. No response from my man, Rin. And we get the dub using every single one of the 5 decks. So I hope you guys did end up enjoying the video. Let me know what you guys think about the balances. Obviously not too high up, I mean, because I just started playing. But maybe my next video I'll try to push up higher with a specific deck and use that deck for the whole video. I was thinking maybe I should test out Giant Hunter Guards. That deck could be meta because, of course, Hunter buff, Guards buff, and then maybe even Poison in the deck too. Using 3 buff cards in that deck, Giant Hunter could be viable again. I mean, that would be pretty hype because I enjoy using Giant. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of the balances. Like I said, I enjoy them. It's so refreshing to see, you know, new cards be used and potentially viable. Like the Guards and Hunter again will, you know, be back in the meta. And some of the other buff cards, maybe they won't be too good, but they'll at least be somewhat usable. And the broken cards won't be, well, as broken. But that's going to be it. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. And thanks again until next time, guys.